Donald Trump has never been self-effacing, which makes this clip shocking. Trump actually poked fun at himself and his bald spot, which becomes the center of attention depending on which way the wind blows. Trump was speaking at PAC at the Gaylord Convention Center in Maryland. An image of 45 popped up on screens next to the stage, and the president took a moment to admire himself, turn around so the audience could behold the sight of hair that covers a massive bald spot. He didn't have to do it, but he did a callback to the epic photo that unmasked his follicularly challenged head as he boarded Air Force One in the middle of a windstorm. Check out what he says. Highly uncharacteristic. Donald Trump trumped all the recent bald spot jokes about him with one of his own, and this conjured up praise, laughter, and a few worries on social media sites. Laughter and cheers were heard when Donald Trump took the stage at the PAC convention and told the crowd how "I'd love to watch that guy speak," as he watched the screen situated behind him. That guy was none other than Trump himself up there on that screen, and while he had the crowd going, he egged them on some more with a self-deprecating joke along with a little preening demonstration, and people loved it. Twitter lit up in a matter of minutes dissecting what Trump had just said about himself, with many being in awe of his sense of humor. It was less than a month ago when a gust of wind picked up the back of Trump's hair, much like a flap, exposing something many thought might be an embarrassment for the president. As his infamous coiffure blew in the breeze, a sizable bald spot was exposed. That gave the media news, social media, and late-night talk show hosts some real hair-raising material for their jokes and quips. Trump's bald spot spiked on Twitter trends that day, with a sizable vacancy on his scalp being talked about over the next few days, as demonstrated on the Google Trends graph seen here. Playing off the infatuation seen in the media about that bald spot on the back of his head, Trump told the audience, "I try like hell to hide that bald spot." He did so while pointing to the area that he spends extra attention on the back of his head, which is the same area exposed by the wind gust on the tarmac. The audience loved it, and social media users flooded to their online megaphones to spread the word. The appreciation for Trump's humor was heard loud and clear. You can watch Trump in action on the video below from a Time magazine tweet. A good number of folks on Twitter saw this as a great move on Trump's part. The fact that he was able to make fun of himself had Twitter users singing the president praise. Some couldn't believe what they were hearing, but at the same time found it a breath of fresh air. At one point he announced that Melania Trump was there in the front row, so he did this with his wife right there. It appears that many thought a bald spot would be an embarrassment to Trump, but from what the nation witnessed today, that doesn't seem to be the case. According to Newsweek, Trump took on all the previous jokes about that bald spot that the media ran for days in the headlines. Late-night talk show hosts, like Jimmy Kimmel, got quite a bit of mileage out of that bald spot on the back of the president's head. Today, many of the folks on social media sites saw a different Trump, someone who can make fun of himself, which is something many did not expect ever to see Trump do, and many added that they liked it. You can check out some of the positive tweets below about Trump's bald spot joke today. Then there are those who see Trump's joke about his hair as a sign of growth for the president. One Twitter user wrote how the president demonstrated the most significant sign of growth since he's been in office, which is posted in a tweet that can be seen below. Others saw it as snuffing out those who made fun of him, letting them know it doesn't bother him to hear all the bald jokes. Other folks saw Trump's self-deprecating humor as offering up a week's worth of bashing material from the media, like what was seen when Trump's Diet Coke reveal. Below is the picture that started it all, when Trump was making his way up the stairs to board Air Force One, and the wind caught his hair and moved it away from the back of his head like a flap. This picture was tweeted, retweeted, and tweeted some more. It looks like Trump offered the people of the nation a breath of fresh air, and as some conveyed on Twitter, this makes him more like the rest of us.